Hello Synthetics, welcome to Fragrance Therapy. I'm your host Alam. So there are only a few super niche fragrances that have really caught on like Amouage Outlands has this last year. And it's not your typical fragrance either. Very different, very Middle Eastern. I for one completely understand the love. It smells high quality, complex, niche yet wearable. So I'll go over the original and two really high quality clones, and at the end I'll let you know which one I prefer. So with that out of the way, let's jump in. So Outlands was released back in 2024 from the house of Amouage, and it was part of the Essence collection, and all the bottles in this collection look the same. Now I do have a decant of Outlands, but I recently made a trip to the Amouage store to get my nose on some of the other Essence fragrances. There's some really good ones, like I think there was one called Sinbad, but hands down Outlands is the best. It's an Oriental woody and ambery scent. It's very complex and a very rich fragrance. So Amouage definitely wanted to deliver something special with this one. This fragrance goes through this double infusion process, and then it ages for 6 months in oak wood barrels where I believe they add sandalwood chips into it. So this fragrance is this amazing contrast between this bright, zesty citrus opening and this multi-layered mid that dries down into this warm and resinous and even sometimes like a chocolatey gourmand amber base. This fragrance is known for its like gigantic, huge notes list, and because of all those notes, it does come off very highly complex and layered. You have close to 30 notes in this. Some of those standout notes include citruses like bergamot and lemon, tons of spices with cardamom, cumin, and anise, very ambery and resinous with the likes of frankincense, labdanum, and benzoin, along with like a whole bunch of other notes. And this thing defines like luxury niche perfumery with not only scent profile, but also its price. I mean, the original goes for $475 for a 100 ml bottle. But in all fairness, you can smell that super high quality, and it is a monster performer. I'm talking about 8 to 9 hours longevity with strong projection for the first couple of hours. Due to that depth and warmth, it's best for cooler weather. I'm talking about fall and winter months. This is an incredible choice to dress up as well. It'll be right at home with a suit and tie. I love the scent profile so much that I was considering buying a full bottle after I got the decant, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. It was just too expensive. Thankfully for those of us who are on a budget, and due to the popularity of the profile, a few fragrance houses have started releasing their inspirations. And the first to hit the market was none other than Arabiyat Prestige's Ramad Oriental, and it's crazy how close this gets to the OG, especially considering that there's such a huge price difference. You get that same deep, spicy, and ambery fragrance profile, that touch of citrus before the spices and resins really take over. I get this mentholic note in the opening of this one that I don't get in the original, but that only lasts for about 10 to 15 minutes before it becomes almost identical to the original. And I said this when I first reviewed this is not like a blind buy safe scent profile. Some will find it too rich and spicy. Also might not play as well with some of the younger crowds that are looking for more sweet fragrances. This definitely leans into the spices a bit more. Longevity is very good on this one, but it is a bit of a step down from the OG. When comparing them side by side, this one fell off at around 7 to 7.5 hour mark. Moderate projection as well for the first hour or so. Now this one has no right smelling as niche and as expensive as it does. Look, when you compare this to the original side by side, you can definitely get that quality difference, but this still comes really, really darn close and super high quality for the price point. So still really good affordable choice for something that really does capture that original scent profile. So that brings us to the latest clone of this scent profile, and that's Rayhaan Terra. Now I got this one as well as the Ramad Oriental from maperfume.com. I'll put the link in the description, and just to be clear, I'm not affiliated with them in any way. They are the first to get many of these Middle Eastern fragrances. I mean, they had the Aromatics line, the new Aromatics, 2 weeks on their site before even the official shop Aromatics did. They just come in really handy for somebody like me who needs this stuff early to make content, or for somebody who needs a fragrance really quickly. If you look at the notes breakdown on all of these, there's tons of crossover, many of the same spices and resins, same sweet and creamy base with vanilla and amber, but this one is much more of a twist on that DNA than the Ramad was. This one tones down those spices, it also comes off less smoky and incensey, and it amps up that creamy sweetness. It just comes off a little bit less dense and heavy. Undoubtedly the same scent profile, but made it like a little bit easier to wear and a little bit more mass appealing. If Ramad gets about 90% close to the OG, I would say this one gets about 80 to 85% close in my opinion. It's not that they drastically changed the scent profile. It's just that they decided to emphasize different aspects of it. I think they just drastically toned down some of the stuff that people find challenging and got straight to the stuff that people really love about the scent profile. Performance is also a monster on this one. This one matches the original in longevity. You get about 8 to 9 hours with strong projection for the first hour or two. That's a bit surprising, this being an EDP where the original is listed as an extrait, but yet their performance is side by side. Still not completely blind buy safe, but definitely heads in that direction. They just made it easier to wear. So if you're going in blind and you want a safer scent profile, maybe the Rayhaan is the one to go for you. Honestly, I think this is an incredible release. It keeps that signature performance that Rayhaan is known for without losing out on the scent profile. So now the question is, which one do I prefer? Now the snobby fragrance connoisseur in me wants to say, I prefer the one that's more close to the original because it's more complex and yada yada yada. But the truth is, I find myself reaching for the Rayhaan much more. I just like that they toned down some of the more challenging notes. It makes this incredibly easy to wear and very enjoyable, not only to myself, but for the people around me. Now I am happy that I have both, but I am a crazy person and I do make content, but you can't go wrong with either. Go with the Ramad if you want something that is more like the original and is a bit more complex. Go with the Terra if you want something a bit safer, but is a better performer as well. But if you put a gun to my head and said I only could choose one, I definitely would have to go with the Rayhaan Terra. I just love the scent profile. I like the changes that they made and it performs amazingly. I'm a bit shocked with myself. It's not what I was expecting because when I first got this one, I'm like, it's so good and so close to the original. There's no way I'd like another one better. So there you have it, folks. My take on Rayhaan Terra as well as Ramad Oriental and how they stack up against the original Outlands. Let me know in the comments if you have any of these and what your thoughts are. And also please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5K subs by the end of the year. And there's no way that's going to happen unless people like you subscribe. And as always, stay tuned for more affordable fragrance content. Until next time, I'm out.